Hello everyone and welcome to a new course on Codecademy. So we finished with Python and now we are back and we will be doing JavaScript. So let's get started. First of all, I would like to apologize for being late, but it was due to illness. So let's actually read what this course has in store for us. So first of all, it starts off by telling us what Java is, and it says that Java is a programming language designed to build secure, powerful applications that run across multiple operating systems, including Linux, Mac OS X, and Windows. The Java language is known to be flexible, scalable, and maintainable. We will begin with the fundamentals of Java programming: data types, arithmetic, and operators. We'll learn a few concepts that you can apply to the programs you create. By the end of the course, you'll be familiar with the basic building blocks of a Java program. So this course is much shorter than the Python programming course, but hopefully we get to know enough. So let's get started. So we need to type our name within double quotes between the parentheses like this. So on line 4, this is line 4, we need to do something like this. So if you have followed my Python programming, you will know that if we want to output something, we need it to be a string, which is what I'm guessing the quotation marks are there for. So first of all, we will put those quotation marks in, and then we will put our name. And then it tells us if there are any bugs, we can report them there. So let's see what this does by clicking next. Oops, no, not next. I meant run. If we run it, as we can see in our output, we get the text Mihai. So that's good. So let's move on. So great job, you've already learned how to print text. Creating more useful Java programs will likely require you to work with several additional types of data. Let's explore a few of them. The first data type we will use is int, for integer. Int is short for integer, which are all positive and negative numbers, including 0. This number could represent the number of visits a website has received or the number of programming languages you know. The int data type only allows values between that number and that number. Also, it's always a whole number, so it's never going to be 1.5. If it was going to be 1.5, it's going to round it down to 1. So let's see what we need to do. Type any whole number between the parentheses of system out print in. Okay, so that's going to print it out. Let's type 24. Int data types do not need to be typed within quotes, so you can avoid using quotes this time. Yes, because we want an integer, not a string. Okay, so let's run that. As we can see, what gets printed to our output is 24, which is what we asked to be printed out. So let's move on. Fantastic, you just printed an int data type. The next data type we will use is the Boolean. A Boolean is a data type that can only be either true or false. As we have learned in Python, if you follow that, I would recommend you follow that or look at the videos, because all programming languages are very similar in that if you know the logic of how a programming language works, it's very easy to learn another one, because you will know what to do in certain situations. The only difference in programming languages is the coding, so the way the code is set out and keywords. For example, here we use curly brackets instead of indentation to indicate which part of the code is where. So let's see what our task is. Type either true or false between the parentheses of that. So let's type true, and let's run it. So what is printed is true. I don't know, but what would happen if we did 1 or 0, because they can also stand for true or false, but we might find out later on. So for now, let's just move on. Perfect. Let's look at one more Java data type, char, or character. The char data type is used to represent single characters. That includes the keys on the keyboard that are used to produce text. They don't have to produce text. For example, the space character isn't producing any text really. It's just producing a space. A character could also even be the backspace, I believe. And sometimes even other special characters which aren't printed on the screen, or you wouldn't see any effect of them. So, char is short for character and can represent a single character. All char values must be enclosed in single quotes like this. So, as we can see, in a single quote. In between the parentheses of system out print in, type any single character of your choice. Make sure it's enclosed in single quotes. So let's do a slash. Why not? Actually, that might cause a problem, but I don't think it's going to, because it's that type of a slash. Yes, so it doesn't cause a problem. That's good. And as we can see, it prints out a forward slash. So let's move on. The integer, boolean, and character are fundamental data types of Java that we will see again later in the course. Another important feature of Java and many other programming languages is the ability to store values using variables. A variable stores a value. In Java, all variables must have a specific data type. We can assign a variable to a specified data type like this. So, int my lucky number equals 7 and semicolon. The variable my lucky number now stores the value 7 as an integer type. A semicolon is also used to end all Java single code statements. We will cover statements that should not end in a semicolon later in this course. So if you're coming from Python, then this might be slightly confusing. If you're not, then just follow along. So if you are coming from Python, what you would normally do is completely ignore this part, which is int, and just say my lucky number equals 7 without the semicolon. And then you can change this my lucky number later on to equal a string if you wanted to. But in Java, you have to specify the type of the variable. So in this case, integer, my lucky number. And my lucky number can only be an integer, unless there is a way to change it, but I'm not sure that there is, and that's more advanced if there is. And you have to put a semicolon if you've assigned a variable. So let's see what we need to do. Set the integer value my number equal to the value 42. So integer my number equals 42. And you can't do something like this. It's going to give you an error, because we're saying it's an integer. Then we have boolean. Okay, so we need to run it first. Let's see. Good. Now we need to set the boolean variable isFun equal to true. So let's do that. Equals true. And notice that this is a lowercase t. I don't think that an uppercase t would work there, because that's how Java works. It's different to to Python. Then we have, okay, so let's run it first. And then we need to set the char variable movie rating equal to capital A. So let's do that. Oops. There we go. And now let's run it. And nothing should appear because we're just setting variables. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this video, then please click the like button. If you didn't like it, please click the dislike button, and please tell me in the comments down below why you didn't like the video. If you have any questions, please do ask in the comments down below. I will be looking at them, answering them as soon as I can. So until next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.